Hello, today I'll be showing you how to replace the screen on a Samsung model NP-RV520. I picked up my screen from laptopscreen.com. The best way to make sure you're getting the correct screen is to first disassemble and get the serial number directly off the old screen. And they'll pop right off. And I like to use a piece of just packing tape to keep track of things so they don't roll around or get lost. If you have a magnetic pan, that'll work as well. Now you have 4 screws. I've already taken out 3 just for the sake of time. So all you have to do is take these out. And I always like to have a pair of tweezers handy, especially when I'm working on a laptop. Now, you need to start it at whichever corner you prefer. Once again, using a small flathead, and get in between the front and back cover and give it a little twist until you can get your fingers in there. Alright, and you're just going to pull until it pops once. Now the way these tabs are hooking into the back plate, you actually want to give the top a downward push as you're pulling the tabs off, and the sides an inward push, and then the bottom pull straight out. Now on this laptop, the webcam is not hooked to the back of the screen, which some are. So if you're going to get the bottom out, lean it straight back, and this will pull right out. Set that to the side. We need to remove 6 screws, 3 on each side. They're just on the sides, nothing's hooking on the bottom screw-wise. Like I said before, your webcam, some of them are taped to the back of the screen, so you have to be really careful when you're trying to get the screen off because they're also bracketed in. And you don't want to end up ripping your webcam off. And you also have this cable running right here, which is your actual source cable for your screen. So we're going to Alright, now that we have the screen laid down, they have it taped in an XY pattern, and when you're pulling this out, you definitely don't want to damage this ribbon here. And so the easiest way, since we don't care about this screen anymore, is just take an X-Acto knife and then go right alongside it, right in front of it, and that'll release all the taping. And what you'll do is you'll pull up and back. Okay. Yeah, they definitely put a lot of tape on there. And when you go to reinsert it, you want to push forward and down. And then we'll retape that, or else it'll slide back out. Get your new screen in. It'll come in a box like this. And then inside of a bubble wrap envelope. And then inside of a static shield. And then it'll also be wrapped in plastic. So like I said, down and forward. Make sure it's in there nice and good. Make sure none of the pins on the ribbon are exposed or else you won't get the proper video signal. Now I just use some packing tape. To retape this thing and keep it from moving. Alright, one piece about that size will be sufficient. Now we just set it back into the mounts. And then I lay mine down. So I don't have to deal with it trying to fall out. And right here you'll see there's little clips to hold in your cable. Go ahead and put that back in. Don't force it. It'll slide to either the top or the bottom of the clip. Great. Now we're going to start putting our screws back into our monitor. Once we get the two top screws in, I'm going to power it on just to make sure that everything is working correctly before we completely reassemble it, or else you just have to deassemble it. Now when putting screws in, I always back turn mine until I feel it drop into the threads, that way you don't cross threads. Alright, now that the two screws are in place, everything should be good to go. We're going to power it up and make sure everything works. Alright, now that we've powered up, we can take a quick look at everything, and there does not appear to be any dead or stuck pixels. Sometimes on replacement screens you can get dead or stuck pixels, and most of the time they won't take the screen back. Alright, after we shut her down, we're going to finish installing her screws. Your screws don't need to be ridiculously tight, just snug.